Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to a special edition show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out here to talk title race today. We are out here to talk English Premier League. We're here to talk the three clubs, the three-way title race, the triple threat for the Premier League title, if you would like. Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City. Three most relevant clubs, actually, even when it comes to the news and people actually giving a you-know-what about the club and all that good stuff. And before I get started, I just want to call out this fraud, Jermaine. Jermaine, you drama queen. This is not Sky Sports, habibi. This is not Sky TV. This is a YouTube channel. If we're 9 minutes late, there is no need for it to be such a drama queen. You know, this guy, Yahi Jermaine, have some shame. Wallah, have some shame, Jermaine. Big up to everyone in the chat except AM, who's following me everywhere. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This is Football if you're yet to do so. We got 3 people on the stream today. You get me? 1 Arsenal fan, 1 Liverpool fan, and 1 City fan. Life is very simple. So before we get started, whether you're watching this right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this on the replay as well, please don't forget to hit that like button right now. There's already 80 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Please slap the like button. Please subscribe to This is Football if you're yet to do so. Hit that share button as well. I know a lot of you guys as well share the videos. You guys have been sharing the videos more and more lately. So share the videos everywhere on your WhatsApp groups, on your Instagram, on your whichever app you use. Please share the videos everywhere. Big up. Love for the love. Jermaine, you fraud. And anyway, let me introduce today's panelists. This guy, biggest fraud in the planet, 100%. And the reason why, he's ginger. That's why. You can never trust a ginger. You can never trust a ginger, you guys. Gingers are not trustworthy people. You know, it's just what it happens. Like, it's just the hair color. I think sometimes it goes into their brains and stuff like that. But this guy, you've seen myself and him battle it out on Mo's channel every Thursday. I'm probably going to be back on his channel tomorrow. You get me? Now, I'm not going to respect gingers. I'm not going to respect gingers. You get me? They can hold that. Joining us on the channel is my favorite City rep, and he knows it as well. Here today to tell us why Man City are so amazing. Ooh, shock horror. Man like LB is in the building. How are you doing, LB, man?
I'm all good, bro. I'm saying, man, if you want me to send you some prime British glass, yeah, so you can see my hair color a little bit better, right? Because, yeah, I don't know what we're talking about here. Guys, chat, what is going on with Husam's glasses here? He thinks I'm ginger. I don't know what's wrong with him, man.
But, you're going to call it strawberry blonde now, just like Nunez.
Listen, like I say, bro, if you want me to send you some of that fresh British glass, yeah, I can send it some over. Hey, yo, big up to you, man. Big up for having me on the panel today. Sorry to hear that your country didn't win the final the other day. I was genuinely gutted for you, man. I wanted you to win that. It would have been a W, but it was the first time your country got to a final, I believe. So it was a W anyway there, but didn't quite get the win. Big up to everyone in the chat. Come on, man. Let's smash the like, subscribe. I like these title shows, man, because it's you know, every we talk about strengths and weaknesses of each team and experience and teams that bottle it and that. So come on, let's have a good show, man.
Let's go. Did he actually say this, by the way? I'm not ginger, I'm blonde, KDB. Did he actually say that?
I have no idea.
You imagine he said that?
Literally no idea, bro.
Yeah, that actually would be amazing. I'd actually try to find that quote and like include it in a clip or something if he actually said it, to be fair. You're such a drama queen, Yahi. The hair is not even that bad, bro. Don't hate on my Elvis Presley look. Anyway, joining us today representing Arsenal is a guy you guys have seen on the channel before. And you know, today we're inviting him after his team slapped another team, because I want to hear his opinions as well today after a win. You know, this guy is one of the realer one on YouTube's 100%. And you know, I can't wait to hear his opinion on the West Ham game. I really can't wait to hear his opinion on the West Ham game. And does it change his opinion on Arsenal's title race this season? Joining us on the channel, of course, as you guys can see on the title, the man, the myth, the legend, man like Northside is in the building. How you doing, brother?
Que paso, familia? I'm good, man. I'm good. LB literally ended his sentence on the ones that bottle, and then I'm brought into the show. You know what I mean? It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. I caught that one, LB. I caught that.
Yeah. I thought I might be able to like sneak it in there, but listen, we got busted straight away.
No, I caught that one. Still cheeky, but actually quite true. But yeah, man, I'm good, man. Big up to LB. Big up Husam for having me on. Yeah, man. Let's go.
Big up to you, Northside. Big up to LB. Guys, there's going to be one hell of a show. One hell of a show. We're going to get started with Manchester City. As the guys have already said, everyone, smash a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get this party started. So, the timestamp for Man City is actually 619. That is mad. That is crazy, to be fair. You know, that's the Rey Mysterio move right there. LB, Manchester City. Get me? Beating Everton, beating Copenhagen as well yesterday. Let's get that in since it's a part of the whole momentum and shit like that. Talk to me how you feel right now as a City fan, not as a Super Bowl fan. I'm gonna let that go. What happened on that stream? Talk to me, brother.
Nice.
Manchester City.
Yeah, listen. Very happy with our position throughout the season. Yeah, we're chilling. It's a bit of a shame about the injuries, but hopefully they're not serious. Kevin's cooking. Foden's cooking. Diaz is back. Yeah, I'm very, very calm. I've been calm all season. Even when we won 1 game in 6, I was calm. Said we'll still win the league. Still think we'll win the league. I'm confident about the Champions League as well, although that's a little less certain on who's the best team because there is an element of luck involved in cup competitions, as you guys will know. But yeah, man, I'm pretty confident. We'll,
You weren't calm all season. You weren't calm when you drew to Chelsea. Chelsea is when you lost your head. I still remember.
I lost my head, but I always said we was going to win the league. Even when we won 1 game in 6, I always said we was going to win the league. I never once said we're not going to win the league. I always believe we're going to win.
That doesn't mean you were calm all season because
okay, maybe calm is not the right word to use, but we was always the BPM always stayed in check. That always stayed there. But no, listen, I mean, why would I not be chilling? Why would I not be chilling? I said from day one when Kevin De Bruyne got injured against Burnley, I said from day one, just get me within 7 points over whoever's top of the table by the time he gets back in January, and I'll be chilling. I believe we'll win the league, and we did that. We stayed within the 7 points, so now we're in our games down. We're top of the table. There's pressure on us because, in my opinion, and I think there's pressure on all of us. I think that what I'm about to say applies to Arsenal and Liverpool. I think we've got to win every game now up until the Liverpool match, in my personal opinion. I think, Husam, your team needs to win every game up until the City game. At Northside, I think Arsenal need to win every game up until you play City, which I think is in like maybe 6 matches. I think there's pressure on all of us now to win every single game. I think that, I don't know if you heard, who was it on Sky Sports today speaking about teams that play first have maybe got slight less pressure, and I agree. Obviously, on this Saturday, Liverpool play at 12:30, Arsenal play at 3.
So we always play first, to be fair.
Yeah, but I actually think you guys need to stop moaning about that. I actually think that's a benefit because you've got the ability to go out there. You don't have to worry about City. You don't have to worry about Arsenal because they've not played yet, and you have the opportunity to put the pressure on the other teams. And then if you win, Arsenal got some slight pressure. Yeah, but they've got to win. And then if both of you win, I know that I'm playing Chelsea at 5:30 on Saturday. I've got to win that game. So I actually think that whilst your manager always complains about playing at 12:30 on a Saturday, I don't know why. I think actually it's a benefit because, like I say, you've got the opportunity to put the pressure on. You've got the opportunity to extend the gap. And all my team can do is just reclose the gap again. We've not got the opportunity to go clear. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I still think we're favourites. Listen, we'll speak about your clubs in a minute about maybe who I think is more favourites out of you two, but I think City are obviously favourites for the Prem.
Northside, what do you make of City before I lay the smackdown on this fraud right here?
No, listen, I think City were exceptional against Copenhagen. Foden, I can't give that guy enough praise, man. Like, even when you guys had injuries, stepping up, you know what I mean, and taking his chances. Listen, it's just been mad. Kevin De Bruyne coming back from an injury and putting in a performance like that was sensational. Absolutely sensational. Bernardo Silva as well, sourcing. Everyone's sourcing, bro. Even Doku, bro. Even Doku. Unfortunate not to get in a scoreline. Haaland, this is what I mean about City, and this is how relentless they are. Doesn't matter that Haaland was missing chances because everybody else will chip in. You know what I mean? And the reverse will happen. If the rest of the team doesn't score, Haaland will score. It's just mad, bro. Like, when you look at the quality and the way they link up play, and yeah, man, it's mad, bro. It's crazy. And this is why I go so hard in my club, because I know the levels of Man City. And you gotta be special to beat these guys, man. Like, honestly, it's mad. Like, Bernardo's absolutely cooking. You know what I mean? When he took off Grealish and put off Doku, you could see what he's doing. Like, and the guy's only been there for a while. He ain't even been there that long. De Bruyne like come back from injury, and normally people say, players they need a couple of games to get back to form. Bro, he was absolutely sourcing. Foden as well. What else can I say about City, man? You know what I mean? They are the benchmark. And yeah, man.
Northside have been doing this 6-7 years now with City. Like it's just, you've been doing it 2 years and you've had enough already. Like it's
jarring, isn't it? It's jarring. But that's why, like, when some Arsenal fans get rattled at how angry I get at my club, is because, bro, it ain't easy to beat these lot, man. It really ain't easy. They can kill you with so many different weapons, and that's the problem. That's the annoying thing. Like, do you know what I mean? If one player doesn't step up, the other one will. And Foden stepping up, like, bro, listen. When people talk about Arteta with young player development, that's a young player development right there. What Pep's doing with Foden, bro, that's a proper player development. The way he's coming up, like, you gotta give him his props, man. Like, the boy is sourcing. You know what I mean? And stepping up at a vital time. When they got rid of Gundogan, I was like, I remember last season, Gundogan gave them an extra push and really performed at the end of the season once again. And I thought, who's going to step up this season? They got rid of Gundogan. Who's going to do it? Foden's been the guy to step up, even when they've had injuries or certain players missing chances and stuff like that. He's been the guy, man. You got to give him his flowers, man. Foden's cooking.
I feel like I'm in La La Land when it comes to City. But I just generally feel different than you both, to be honest with you. First of all, I think this whole KDB is back and the whole league is terrified thing is so overrated. I don't think KDB has been as unbelievable as people make out. I think he's been very good, but it's not like he's been unreal. And I think City, there are cracks there. Everton showed that. Even the Copenhagen game yesterday, Copenhagen had chances. Teams will get chances. And yesterday I said something, shut up troops.
They had chances. They had one shot on target in the game.
Listen, a shot on target doesn't mean a chance. I'm just saying chances.
Had four shots in the whole match.
Brother, Burnley had more chances against Liverpool than Copenhagen against City.
Listen, I admit that we do because of the way we play football. 100. By the way, we concede more chances than you both. I have no problem saying that. That's a fact. Like we do because of the way we play, though. Because I'm the only one on this panel who plays a completely different style of football. Like you guys are a lot more similar. My team's not similar at all. Like it's just all action, all heavy metal type shit. So it's just we're always going to concede chances. I'll say this about City. I don't think City fans, Manchester City are as unstoppable as people make out. I really think they're capable of dropping points and losing. I don't look at the City side, and they don't scare me like the one that did last season, or the one in our quad charge season, or the one in 18-19. I don't think they have that scary feel about them, to be honest with you. I think they are susceptible to dropping points. They really are. Like I do not see a world in which Man City win all 14 games from now to the end of the season. They're gonna drop points, and I think they're gonna drop points multiple times, not just once, possibly not even twice, possibly even 3 times. I honestly see that because there are cracks there for Man City. The problem is there's 2 things. One thing, to their credit, which is the fear factor. Which is as soon as as soon as a player gets a chance against Man City, it's like he just shits himself. Like it's just like he just forgets how to aim at the target. He just forgets. There's just that fear factor that City have built up over the last 6-7 years. So that's to their credit. The second problem is when I look at Man City, is I feel like teams just don't attack them enough. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to City and obviously you cannot play expensive football because they'll just ruin your life on the counter-attack. I'm saying at least have a try to win the game. And if you try to win the game, you get good results. And we've seen that even with clubs that people laugh at this whole season, like Chelsea. City had Rodri that game, by the way. So it's not like they didn't have Rodri, but Chelsea pressed, they tried, and they earned they reaped the benefits of what they done. So I think City, of course, they're the better team out of us 3. But still, I don't see them as unstoppable as they were in previous times. I don't know if that's crazy or like there's like truth to what I'm saying. I don't know what you guys think.
No, who knows? No, I don't know. I think to say City are likely to drop points in the next 15 games. I mean, yeah, we probably are likely to drop points in the next 15 games, bro. But we're already on a 10 or 11 match winning streak in all competitions. So we're starting to cook a little bit. But at the end of the day, listen, there's pressure on, and when the pressure's on, so some teams will bottle it and some teams will cut. We'll have to see what City do. Like I said to you before, I think City need to win every game now up until the Liverpool match, because I want to go to Liverpool being able to draw the game and stay top of the table. Yeah, because it's obviously a very difficult place to win football matches. Not many teams win there. So if we drop points now, I think we've got 4 more games. We've got 4 more Prem games. Yeah, that's right. 4 more Premier League games until we play Liverpool. I think it's Chelsea, United, Brentford, and Bournemouth. Yeah. So I think we need to win all them 4 games. I think
know
if
your
we win all,
fixture list, LB. I'm obsessed. I know this already.
now I think if we win all them 4 games, I think we probably go on and win the league.
I think you're going to drop points this Saturday.
Maybe. I mean, Chelsea's away record. Chelsea's away record is horrendous against any decent team. The only one game that they've won is against Spurs, and that was a madness. Spurs had like 9 men or something.
I don't think they'll win. Chelsea don't have what it takes to win at the Etihad. They don't. I think they'll get a draw. Chelsea.
Maybe. I mean, I think we'll beat them. Obviously, I'm going to be confident, but like I say as well, Chelsea's away record against the good teams is not good. So they'd have to break the mold. Why do you think they're going to break the mold this Saturday and they've not done it against any other decent team this year?
Low-key, that's true, because they did get slapped at Anfield. They got slapped at Man United. They haven't played at the Emirates yet, right? They haven't.
I can't remember if they did.
I think they did. Wasn't that when we drew? No, we won. I think we won.
That was the Stamford Bridge, right?
I think that was that at home? I can't even remember. If that
you guys have you guys played Chelsea at the Emirates?
Yeah. I remember because they played really well, and I thought, wow, you guys didn't win.
No, that was at the Bridge. You guys played on March 16th, actually.
Is that at the Bridge? I can't
March
remember.
16th.
Yeah, right, they lost. They lost against West Ham. They lost against Newcastle. They lost against Man United, and they lost against Liverpool.
Yeah,
listen, Chelsea are crap. We all know this. But
so why do you think they're going to get something this weekend?
Tell you why. Pochettino's record at the Etihad ain't that bad. You know that from his time at Spurs, LB.
Yeah, but that's Spurs. Everyone knows we do shit against Spurs.
I can't wait till you guys go to the Tottenham Stadium. That would be such a beautiful game. Cannot wait, man. I do you actually believe, like, genuine, like, do you see City right now and Northside as well? Like, do you see the City like the City from 3 years ago type thing?
What do you mean 3 years ago? What does that mean 3 years ago?
Like, because City 3 years ago, or even last year, February onwards, it's like everyone's scared shitless. I just don't get that feel about City. Even the Everton game, like 71st minute, you unlock them.
No, but I think more teams have improved. Was it 3 years ago? It was only you guys pushing them. Now we've got Arsenal. So, you got to take that into perspective. If there's less teams competing, there's less points to go around. I still think that they're incredible. I still feel like they're a really good team. I just think other teams have improved a bit more, i.e. Arsenal being in the title race. So I think that's the main thing that's really changed. Obviously, they've got rid of certain players I thought was up there to be one of their best players, but I think they've recruited well, and I think they're just strong. They just got different ways to kill off a team. You know what I mean? I think they got different tools now. They're not identical to how they were 3 years ago. But yeah, I still feel like they're a threat. I just think it looks a lot closer because this season Liverpool are picking up a lot of points, and so are Arsenal. So it seems like they're not at it, but I don't think they're that much different, bro. I can't lie. I don't think that they've dropped off that much. Even when you guys were pushing them, seasons that you would come within a point of winning the league, I think it was always tight between you two. But now this time it's just Arsenal's entered the race. That's all I see.
And we haven't on. I've just checked. We're on an 11-match winning streak. Yeah, I think this weekend. I think you might change your mind, Husam. If City,
yeah, but that's all competitions, LB.
Right?
Yeah, FA Cup.
All competitions not. Do they not count now? Tottenham?
No. When we're talking about the Premier League, it's different. It's a different challenge in the Premier League.
Spurs.
So I'm supposed to include Copenhagen as a part of your winning streak, and you beating Stockport.
You just said at the beginning of the stream that Copenhagen, because it's the momentum. This is what builds. This is what builds the faith. Yeah, but this is what builds the faith. When your teams go on an 11, 12, 13 match winning run, even if it's all competitions, teams almost get beat before they even step on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? That was the situation.
How long do you think will that last? This winning streak that you're talking about. How long, like, realistically?
Well, I'll tell you how long it needs to last. I think it needs to last against Chelsea. That's 12. Brentford 13. Bournemouth 14. Luton's an FA Cup game. but you want to win that. But obviously, it's a difficult place. And then United, I think it needs to last another 5 or 6 games because, like I say, for me, I think we need to win every game up until the Liverpool match, Premier League. You know, forget about the Luton game. You know what I mean? Forget about the Copenhagen second leg. Yeah, the Premier League, I think City needs to win every game now up until the Liverpool game. That's Chelsea, Brentford, Bournemouth, United. I think we need to win them.
You've gone on a 16-game winning streak in the Premier League, and that's not even including the cup competition. So they're still going on these stretches of winning games relentlessly, just in the Premier League I'm talking about. Your last loss was to Arsenal, 1-0. So since then, you've won 16 Premier League games, not including the Champions League. So this is what I mean, that I don't feel like they're that much different from before. They always string together these 15-game, 16-game runs of just win, 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 win. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like they're that much different. And if you're going to include all the competitions, I don't think they lost the game. I think they lost one. They lost one. Yeah, one game. This is what I'm saying, man. These lot, it's jarring because you always feel like they can go up another gear. And that is the thing that's misleading with Man City. You think, they're not really, they're just, okay, they won by 1 goal that game, or, you know, they should have won by more, but they're just doing what they've got to do, which is winning the game. Can
I ask you a question? Can I ask you both a question, actually, right? Sort of more aimed at Husam, because you're saying we're not the same now. But we're on a 6-match winning streak in the Premier League, yeah? If we beat Chelsea at the weekend...
Actually, I just counted. It's actually 8. Your last draw was... Your last drop point was Palace at home. So you won Everton... You won Sheffield, you won Newcastle, you won Burnley, Brentford, Everton again. 6 actually. Yeah, I don't know why I said 8. My bad. Bad. I counted the FA Cup game by mistake.
Yeah. So it's a 6-match Premier League run now, right? You saying obviously you think we might drop points against Chelsea. Do you think that I'm genuine question? Do you think you'll change your mind if City beat Chelsea at the weekend? That's 7-match winning streak, and then we've got Brentford and Bournemouth. Do you think that then you'll look at that and go, that'll probably be a 9-match winning streak for Manchester City? Surely you must then change your mind and say, actually, maybe they are still mint.
I'll tell you why no. I'm not big a flip-flop. I'll tell you why no. Because you're expected to beat Chelsea. You are, and you're expected to beat Bournemouth.
No, you just told us that we're not going to beat him. You just said
Chelsea getting something is what's out of the norm. You beating Chelsea at home is expected. Northside expects to beat Chelsea at the Emirates. I expected to beat Chelsea at Anfield. You should expect to beat Chelsea at the Emirates.
I got a minute. I do expect us to beat Chelsea. You're the one who said you don't expect us to beat Chelsea.
No, I never said expect. Chelsea, I said predict. I said predict, not expect. So Chelsea, you're clear of Chelsea.
Bro, this is waffle, bro. You are waffling big time here, you know.
I'm just predicting based on Pochettino's record. That's it. I've already made it
you're
clear,
predicting that Manchester City will drop points, and that's factoring into why you think City are changing. I'm saying if we don't drop points, so we win the game, that's 7-match Premier League, plus the fact that we've got Brentford at home and then Bournemouth, who completely fell off after that. You're still going to have the same opinion that that's still City are washed or not washed.
Okay, I'll tell you genuinely when I change my opinion right now. I'd say it in front of Northside, in front of the 500 people here. Right now, this very second. If you come to Anfield and we don't beat you, I give up. That exact day, I'm giving up. I'm not going to be doing title race videos. I don't include us in the title race at all. We're just going to be a cup treble team, basically. That's it. Cup treble, Europa, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. That's it. Because that Anfield game, what you just said. Okay, so I don't want to get into Liverpool because I actually want to keep Liverpool to the end. I want to go Arsenal next, but the Liverpool right now, you said you have 4 games. 4 games, sorry, till you play us, right? So these 4 games you expect to win, which is fair. For us, we've got Brentford, we got Luton, we got Nottingham Forest, and then we got you guys. So I have 3 games until we play you guys. I expect the same of my team, which is win the next 3 games. Now, when you come to Anfield, if we do not beat City at Anfield, that same day, I'm going to post a video and I'm going to say we're out of the title race. Because there is no world in which we have to win. That is a must-win game for us. I've always been realistic about this whole thing. I said, get a draw at the Emirates, beat them at Anfield. Get a draw at the Etihad, beat them at Anfield. That is how you win titles. You know this, LB.
Yeah.
That's why at the Etihad, when we went to the Etihad away and we got a draw, I never said any negative shit about it because a draw away at the Etihad factually is a good result. Why I'm supposed to waffle? A draw away at that had 100% is a good result. So when we got that draw towards the end with the Trent goal, I was very happy. Okay, we got a draw. But now you come to Anfield and you get a draw, it's over for me. I'm giving title.
And I completely agree with what you just said. However, I didn't really ask that question. I was speaking about Manchester City, and you said you don't think Man City.
You are expected to beat these teams. I'm just predicting based on Pochettino's record that he's gonna get something. You get me, Chelsea. We all believe in you. Let's do this. Let's
Right,
do
we don't
this.
understand what you mean. We don't understand what you mean. Okay, but
Everyone
okay.
understands what I mean, LB. It's just the ginger hair once again affecting your thought process. It happens. It happens. Big up to you guys. So we're gonna move on to Chelsea's. You get me, London cousins in red, Arsenal. Before we do that, there's 530 people in here. You guys are moving like the Chelsea forwards. You bunch of frauds. Move like the Arsenal forwards against West Ham. Move like the Liverpool forwards, like the City forwards. See, all three panelists here have seen their forwards score goals. So hit the like button right now. You bunch of frauds, minimum 200 likes right now, this very second. Hit that like button. So this is you watching us right now. I want you to hit this X. I want you to hit this like button right here. I like my own videos because we don't like you. Who gonna like you? Hold that. So hit the like button right now and subscribe. So, Northside, my brother. West Ham, 6-0 win. You get me? Arsenal Football Club on the rise. Title charge, back again. Let's talk to the people about the Arsenal win.
Yeah, good win. Good win. The scoreline matched the performance. Good win. And yeah, we did what we're supposed to be doing. Was you not expected to be in a title race? We were not expected to be winning the league this season. So we did what we were supposed to be doing. Good performance, but I'm not going to overgas it. There's nothing really I got to complain apart from Havertz is a bum. Constantly carrying that guy. Nothing from that game, nothing that he did in that game warrants him starting the next game. And despite of carrying that bum, that German giraffe, Kai Havertz, we still won. Don't want to see him in the starting lineup no more. And we've already conceded that his best role is an impact sub. That's it. But other than that, everybody else played really, really well. This is not nothing I haven't seen. I've been calling for this all season to revert back to how we were playing last season. The thing is, can we sustain it? Because the questions I had of last season is, why is the bench not fixed? Why have we not got a striker? Why have we not got another right winger? And these are the things. So we saw last season that Arsenal can perform like this. But why did it go wrong? I always look at why didn't we get over the line? And we didn't get over the line because we don't have a bench. And when you're looking at that bench, yeah, if the starting lineup don't perform, you've got El Nene, Reece Nelson, Nketiah, Inwari, Cedric Suarez. Is that good enough? Is that good enough to sustain this league title race and get over the line? No.
So, that wasn't the reason that you didn't win the league though last year, Northside, did it? It might be a contributory factor, but the reason you didn't win the league last year is, to put it simply, you did just bottle it. That is just a fact.
And why did we bottle it? There's different things that went wrong.
No, and I agree, and that's why I said it's a contributory factor. But the main reason Arsenal didn't win the league last year is because they didn't have the mentality, just like the previous year when you bottled the top four. This is why, this is why bringing in someone like Declan Rice, who I know people will like, shit on the trophy, but he won a trophy. He's clearly a player that doesn't have, much of, he clearly don't get scared of the big occasions. I think Arsenal need to bring in some more of these type of players. That's why I completely was shocked that you let Xhaka go because he's got the experience, and that for me is just the reason, the mentality. And this is why I always say, when Arsenal finally win the Prem, or win the Champions League, that's when people will start taking Arsenal properly serious. And I know our Arsenal fans get upset about, why don't people take us serious? Why do people don't take you serious? Because you've not done it yet. Once Arsenal win the league, they've got that experience. They'll know how to get over the line. That's when they'll be taken fully serious. But no, listen, I agree that your bench needs to improve, but I just had to come in there because I do think the main reason is I just think you just lacked the mentality last year.
Yeah, you guys didn't mention Saliba's injury though. Huh? Saliba's injury? That's a fair point why they didn't win the league.
Okay, so they were 2-0 up against West Ham. You're blaming that
I
on
think
Saliba.
if Saliba's fit, they win the league.
All right, let's go through the reasons why.
It was the mentality. It was the mentality, bro. It's mentality. They were 2-0 up.
Okay, LB, before I let Northside go, I'll say there are multiple reasons. But for me personally, I think Saliba being injured is the biggest reason because he was their best defender last season, by far.
The main reason that they didn't win the league last year is because they bottled it.
But I agree with you, but there's reasons too that some Arsenal fans said it's because of Saliba. Our options as defensive centre back options last season was Holding and Kivior. Kivior had a run, was absolutely rubbish, which is why I don't rate him. Got benched for Rob Holding. A Rob Holding that then we sell. We don't address getting another centre back in. Then they said it's because it's a light bench. We keep Reece Nelson and get rid of Pepe. We sell Balogun and don't get another striker, even though Eddie Nketiah is not good enough. And we've seen that for multiple years. Even when we was trying to get top 4 2 years ago above Tottenham, we were favourites. We bottled it because Nketiah couldn't score consistently. Scored against Chelsea and then went missing. Then we get rid of Xhaka that gave us 7 goals and 7 assists last season and bring in Kai Havertz, a player that is not a player that's going to get you over the line, never been consistent in the Premier League, making this manager's work even harder because now you've got to work on this player to be as good as where your team should be at. We've not got another player if Odegaard gets injured. This is the problem. This is the problem with what we're doing here. We got rid of Aubameyang how many years ago? And we've never replaced his goals. And this is a problem. It's not just it's players. It's lack of experience. Yes, we brought Declan Rice, but people saying, oh, Declan Rice is going to play next to Partey. Before Partey got injured, and he could have played a midfield of Partey and Rice, Partey was played as a right back. Why?
He was.
Why? Well, how does that make sense? If his plan is to play him if his plan was to play Rice in the Xhaka role, when you had both players fit, why play him as a right back? And this is why I have questions, and this is why I'm not surprised that we can perform the way we did against West Ham. But there's nothing that I can look on this season to say, for this reason, we are better. Even when people are saying, oh, we're scoring from set pieces. We're not crossing into Mitrovic every week. So that's eventually that well's going to run dry. I don't believe that we're going to be scoring our way to the top of the league to win it by set pieces, relying solely on set pieces. Also, when he shifted us to this new plan B style, we were saying we had 30 shots against West Ham. Before this last game, we had 30 shots against West Ham, and we lost 2-0. So people were asking for a striker. Then the narrative was, oh, we need to sell the bench to get a striker. We haven't got a striker. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we're going to win the league. We're going to do this. Since when? Last season, we had an 8 points cushion. This season, we don't even have the 8 points cushion. And we still got caught up with the same team, which in some aspects is weaker because we don't have a Xhaka anymore. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me how we have progressed. We've gone back to type, which was last season, playing expansive football. But I don't see how we're going to improve. I know the season's not over, but if you're comparing it from last season Odegaard had 15 goals. This season he's got 4. Last season Martinelli had 15 goals. This season he had 5. You know, and against West Ham, where almost everybody was scoring, Martinelli didn't score. So he's going to get back up to 15 goals. That's 20 goals less at this current moment in time. People are talking about, oh, but we're defensively more solid. We still lost to Fulham. We still lost to Newcastle. We still lost to West Ham. We still lost to Liverpool. We still lost these games. Last season, playing the way that we were playing last season, still lost to Brighton, still lost to Forest, still lost to Everton, Man United. So if you play this controlled football, we don't have the goals, and we haven't gone and addressed getting a striker to facilitate that. If you go back to the way we were playing last season, we can still concede goals. The last 2 months, April, we played 5 games, conceded 7 goals. In May, we played 2 games, conceded 4 goals. So no system is fixed. No system is fixed. But
you know, I'll say this about Arsenal. I'm probably gonna be the most defensive of Arsenal. I'll tell you why now in a second. First of all, Tony, guys, just because you send the super chat, listen, doesn't mean you can be disrespectful. Listen, big up for the super chat, but we're not gonna read that out. Big up to Matthew, says, why is this brother acting like Arsenal's bench was weak because they don't have depth? But in reality, Arsenal is missing like 7 players. What do you make of the whole depth argument, Northside, before I kind of respond to the Arsenal thing?
I've never said it's because of depth. I've always said about quality. We've got numbers. It's not about the numbers that you have. It's about the quality that they give you when they're on.
I actually agree with that.
And when people, the narrative this season was, oh, versatility. Where's all of that gone? And I always said, who cares about versatility? If a player can give you, if a player's position is a DM and he can give you a 9 out of 10, he may be able to play as a deep line playmaker or as a number 10. But if he gives you 4 out of 10 in each position, who cares?
You know, Northside, the part where he said with the depth, I completely agree with. 2 years ago, infamously, when Husam became the villain of the Liverpool fan base after the quadruple charge season, there was a guy who posted a depth chart who infamously was mentioned on my streams probably 100 times. I forgot his name. His name was like some Dan something, some journalist bozo. He made like an Excel sheet with like depth chart. He included James Milner in like 4 different positions. You know, having quantity is easy. Having quality in depth that actually changes games for you, that is what's really difficult. Because you can have, like Arsenal have 50 academy players. These 50 academy players ain't going to change a game for them. Like, respectfully, Nwaneri is not going to come on and change the game for them. LB has quality in depth. I don't think Liverpool have quality in depth either. I don't think we have players. Maybe when Nunez maybe is on the bench, possibly, or like a Gakpo or a Diaz. I think we have maybe forwards who can come on and like give us something different, maybe. But other than that, I don't think we have quality in depth. I think with Arsenal Football Club, that what LB just said about the depth thing, I completely agree with it. I completely agree with the depth point. I think Arsenal do have a quality in depth problem, and I'll tell you why. By the way, all Northside is doing is keeping the same energy. I'll tell you why. I never wish injury on anyone, but God forbid if Saka gets injured, you can't now come back as an Arsenal fan and say, you know, player X was not good enough to play right wing. Yeah, but you have to call out these things before they happen. You have to call out these things before they happen.
And just
Like
quickly,
me calling out the DM thing, like me calling out the centre back thing. The reason why I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league, I'm going to relate it to my club before I go back to Arsenal, is because of the Konate situation. Everyone here knows Konate is made from Weetabix. So why should I sit here as a Liverpool fan and delude myself into thinking a guy who played 11 Premier League games 2 years ago is going to be fit from now till May? That's like Northside thinking Partey is going to be fit till the end of the season. We all know it's Bia. It's just like, if you're injury prone, you're injury prone. Now, I think with Arsenal, where I disagree with Northside, I think, big up Mafia, I think Arsenal have a chance of winning the league, and I think they have a bigger chance than we think. And I think last season will actually be one of the reasons why they can win the league, because they will learn from that negative experience. Like, I think that negative experience last season has taught all of these players, 100% a lesson that they can take back and build on. Like, that's the one thing I will say. Like, Arsenal can win the league, guys. I don't think it's impossible. I'll be real with you.
Agree. I agree. Just to quickly say, by the way, on the Saka thing, yeah, because you just said if Saka gets injured and people say, oh, we've got no one to play there. Well, I remember specifically doing streams this summer, and I said Arsenal need to sign someone who can play right wing, where you can give Saka a rest, because I've been saying for years, just because you play Saka every game, that's not a particularly good thing. Yeah, you need rest. That's what young players need. You're also going to go through dipping form, because that's what players do. They don't play mint 10 out of 10 performances for 50 games a season for years. Sometimes they will even have a little bit of a drop. And a lot of Arsenal fans said, no, we're absolutely fine. I'm not saying, some people in the chat will say, well, I didn't say that. There was a lot of Arsenal fans when I was doing transfer streams in the summer who said, no, I don't need a right winger. We're absolutely fine in that department. I said, well, you're wrong. You do. You need someone to compete with him and push him and be able to cover him when he gets injured and stuff. Yeah. So listen, it is what it is, man. I think Arsenal got a chance. They've got a chance of doing it. Will they have a better chance than last year? Well, last year they had an 8-point gap, but they were inexperienced in that title race. Now they've got a little bit of experience, but they've not got the gap, the chase, and they're in a fundamentally different position to what they were last year.
Don't you think that helps them, though? The fact that they're the chaser, not the chased? Think about it.
It probably suits their mentality of having that sort of
yes.
Bottle mentality. I keep saying bottle, and I don't mean it's just disrespectful in it, but like I don't know what else to say. Like
you're such an asshole. I told you guys about this.
No, you can say bottle. It's true.
Honestly, but like but that is true. They bottled the top 4 when they should have got the top 4. They bottled the league when they got the when they should have won the league last year. This year they're chasing.
You're ignoring all circumstances. You really fully believe if Saliba was fit, they don't win the league. Honestly,
maybe not. But the facts are. They bottled it. They did bottle it, bro. You can't. You can't.
Listen, if you're 93% top of the league, of course you bottled it. Well, you think I'm gonna disagree with that? 100%. But for me, there are like 4 or 5 reasons. Number 1 reason for me is Saliba's injury.
No, bro, I'm not saying that Saliba not getting injured had nothing to do with it. But that West Ham game, Yeah, and Northside can back me up on this. As soon as Arsenal went 2-0 up last year at West Ham, they had no idea what to do. That had nothing to do with Saliba getting injured. They just didn't know what to do. There was cook. That first 20 minutes, Arsenal were all over West Ham. Yeah. And because the week before, they just drew 2-2 to Liverpool. They went 2-0 up and they didn't know what to do. You could see them. I remember Odegaard getting on the ball, not knowing what to do. Go and kill the game. They retreated and they got punished. That's a mentality issue. It's nothing to do with Saliba. Did Saliba have a part to play with it in the whole? Yeah, of course. I'm not saying he had nothing to do with it. But I'm saying it's clearly a mentality issue. Saka missed a pen. Under pressure, missed a pen.
Nothing to do with game. We lost that 1-0. Where's the attacking players? Because we were cutting up teams earlier on in the season. Coming up against Forest, we lost 1-0. There was nothing. We were doing nothing going forward. And the thing is, yeah, all this thing about, being the underdog and, it might suit Arsenal. Bro, get into the final month. There is pressure, bro. Now it's the race. Now you got 5 games, 10 games, whatever it is. Because eventually you can't avoid pressure.
Yeah, that is true.
At the end of the season, but we avoided it for 93% of the season. But eventually, the pressure of going and competing against City last season got to us, which is why we didn't win it. So even this thing about, but being the underdog, okay, cool. All you're really saying is deep down, these players, as soon as there's pressure on, they can't hack it. And the manager can't. And you can see the way that they're celebrating. That is pressure, bro. I'm not saying you can't be happy. Yeah, but getting the guy's camera out, doing flipping Snapchat shots in the tunnel and stuff like, well, come on, bro, like be happy.
Did you agree with Carragher what he said after the game?
No, look, with Carragher, it's a little bit hypocritical.
What did he say?
He was criticizing the Arsenal celebration.
Yeah, but then he doesn't keep the same energy for his manager when his manager's doing it. I know his manager's got over the line, but you know what I mean? That is being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Klopp is always celebrating. You don't say nothing. When it's Arteta, you say something. It's a bit hypocritical. But at the same time, yeah, on to the next, bro. On to the next. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can be happy, cool. Focus on the next game, cool. Let's go. Like, they don't need to overdo it, throwing flipping T-shirts in the crowd. Bro, these guys, I don't know what they thought was WWE, bro. You know what I mean? They're about to do the special move. You know what I mean? On SmackDown versus Raw. I don't need all of that. No, but it's true.
Man said it's a Royal Rumble entrance. Like,
bro, it's true. These guys, bro, these guys are too sensitive. That's why what I say rattles them. It gets to them. Oh, you're going to be league on. Keep crying. I don't care. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, really and truly, yeah. The fact is, this whole fan base is too emotional. Way too emotional. As soon as we win something, Northside's complaining because we won 6-0. Bro, you man told me to be happy because we had a 10 out of 10 window last January. What happened at the end of the season? Oh, yeah, that's what I thought, filho da puta. So don't come talking to me rubbish, yeah? Or you man say, just be happy. That's a new one. Just get behind the boys. Well, we got behind the boys last season. Did we not bottle it? Why? Because I told you it weren't strong enough. I told you we need to get a striker. We're going to the new season now, and the same things I've been asking for have not been attended to. This is the problem. Ultimately, the main problem is this manager ain't good enough. Second of all, the bench ain't good enough. Yeah, when we rotated this whole squad and we played in Europe, we played against PSV, we rotated the whole squad and we got a draw, 1-1 against PSV. Are they the level? This is what I'm saying, bro. We're winning games despite of the bench. But guess what? You better hope that players don't drop form and we don't get injuries. But even with that, bro, like, I don't understand it with Arsenal fans, man. Like they always look at everything is amazing and they don't look at where things can be improved. Because even when they reference last season, we bottled it. So why are we referencing last season as if it's a title-winning season? We need to look at it and say, okay, cool, we got 93% close to winning the title. Why did we drop off? Why wasn't we good enough? What happened? Because when Arsenal fans are sending for Liverpool, I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans, and I'm always clipping it up, sending for Liverpool. Bro, Liverpool do have certain things that we don't have. I don't put them as favourites. Yeah, I put City as favourites. They got a manager that's been there and done that. They've got players that have that experience. LB's talking about the experience of last season. Your players in your team and Liverpool both have the experience of winning, competing, pushing all the way, and getting over the line. My manager nor my players have that experience. What's our most decorated player? What, Declan Rice? That's in the Conference League. Like, it's a different competition. Let's keep it real. So we're still in experience on top of the lack of quality on the bench. So I'm still going to keep bringing this up because this, I believe, is going to be a big factor as to why we don't get over the line. That's why. And people
I don't even think that's
who cares about. I'm not focused on Liverpool. I'm not focused on Liverpool because I still believe that Man City are the team to beat. Not because I'm disrespecting Liverpool. I still put Man City as the favourites to win the league. So I don't know, man.
Well, Northside, this is why I think that you got your transfer strategy wrong this summer, because Declan Rice was a great signing. But I really think that you needed to go and get some experience, older players. Yeah, not players that are young that have won stuff. I'm talking about players that maybe are over 27. Yeah, who've been around the game a long time, who know what they're doing. Maybe even the odd 30-year-old here. Maybe not, don't go crazy, but just the odd one or two. They don't cost a lot. You know, a lot of players under 30, over 30 are less than 20 million. Yeah, I thought, again, letting Xhaka go, because listen, I'm not being disingenuous when I say that I think Arsenal, main reason that they lost the league was they bottled it. I'm being deadly serious. And the proof is, I'm saying that I think you should have addressed that by signing experienced players. I thought letting Granit Xhaka go was a terrible decision. Now, people will say, oh, but he wanted to go. Well, you know what? Mikel Arteta should have sat him down and said, you are absolutely pivotal to my team and I need you to stay. And players have an ego. Players love it when that happened. Kyle Walker, he did the same thing. He was going to go Bayern. Pep took him out for a restaurant. Next thing, he signed a new contract. Yeah, listen. If you wine and dine them, if you you know, they've all got egos. You should have kept him. You know, who's the oldest player Arsenal signed? It was David Raya, but he's got no big game experience. You know, Timber's under 25. I think Declan Rice is 26. Havertz is 24. There's no experience there. And that's, for me, I'm not being disingenuous. I genuinely believe that Arsenal needed to address that sort of mentality issue by getting some older players. And the maddest thing is, older players are cheaper. You know what I mean? I'm talking like get one or two over the age of 30. You know, give them a short-term contract. And when something's going a bit, maybe get to half-time, maybe you're 1-0 down in a game that you should be winning, and the young players are panicking. You know, you could have some players in there saying, hang on a minute, guys, what's going on here? Let's calm it down. You know, chill out. You got 45 minutes where some of these players might panic. Just my view, man. I don't think it's a controversial opinion, man. I just genuinely think that you should have signed some more experienced players.
Also, let me just say this about, look, you know why I actually relate to what Northside is saying? Because of what happened to Liverpool last season. And obviously it's at a much worse scale because we fell off a fucking cliff. Like, we weren't even in the top 4. But I feel like, you see, if Northside gets it right, then people will just say, yeah, this guy was right, and then just keep it moving. But all year long, you'll call him negative. Because I'll be honest with you guys. No one in the chat, look, saying he's just the league gunner, blah, blah, blah. Look, this is just childish insults. Last season, everyone called me Liverpool league gunner, Liverpool this, Liverpool that, Liverpool DT, Liverpool troops. Listen, bro, I'm the Liverpool Husam. I have my own opinion. He's the Arsenal Northside. He has his own opinion. There is absolutely, look, I'll say this from the outside looking in. I, as a Liverpool fan, probably see Arsenal in a more positive light than Northside and more positive light than LB. But there is nothing that Northside said that is crazy. Depth and manager, which is both 100% both objective criticisms of the current Arsenal regime. Arteta hasn't been there and done that. Factual. There is absolutely nothing wrong about that. Depth is a problem. Another fact. So I'll ask all the Arsenal fans in here a question that are calling Northside, oh my God, you're just League Gunner 2.0, all this dumb shit. I'll ask you one question right now. Saka's out to the end of the season. Do you win the league? Rice is out to the end of the season. Do you win the league? Saliba's out to the end of the season. Do you win the league? Do you trust Reece Nelson to play the next 14 Premier League games? Do you trust El Neni to play the next 14 Premier League games? Do you trust Kiwior to play the next 14 Premier League games? If your answer to all these questions is no, then deep down you just agree with him. You just disagree with his delivery. So, you know, sometimes just argue the point. Don't argue how the point is made. I think that's the problem many people go through. And I'll prove that what Northside saying isn't crazy by answering the super chat. Man City can win the league if Rodri gets injured? Yes, they can win the league if Rodri gets injured. Now what? Why do you think that's such a wild, like, that's such a question where it's like your Gotham moment, you know, like, oh, can they win the league without Rodri? Yes, they can.
Husam,
Yes,
whether they are Arteta in or out, did this fan base not say we bottled the league because we didn't have a backup to Saliba? Yes, they did. Did they not say that the bench was light last season, which is why we bottled the league? Yes, they did. Did they not ask for a striker? Yes, they did. Did they not want a striker in January? Yes, they did. Have those things been attended to this season? So what's the difference from last season? Oh, because we're defensively more solid. Cool. We're defensively more solid. But still going forward, were they not complaining that we weren't scoring enough when we had 30 shots on target against West Ham and we lost 2-0? Oh, because we're scoring now. We were scoring last season. Where was we against Nottingham Forest? End of the season. Crunch time now. and we lost 1-0. You're telling me we can't score one goal? You can put it to mentality and you can put it down to ability and experience. And those things have not been gained this season. Not enough of it. So this is the problem. When they're talking down on Klopp, oh, Klopp is leaving because of Arteta. No, he's not. It's got nothing to do with Arteta. Why would Klopp care about Arteta? When is Arteta pushed Klopp the whole way in the Champions League or in the Premier League? Why is he concerned with him? He'd be more concerned with Pep now. So everything I'm saying, they've been saying. But because the going's good now, oh, he's complaining. Oh, he's moaning. But all my complaints were complaints everybody had. But they just seem to forget it, because as soon as Arsenal win a game, everything's fixed. When we lost 3 games in a row, we lost to Fulham, we lost to Liverpool, and we lost to West Ham. I wasn't the one having emergency streams because I've been calling it out. So these guys, they act like, oh, we're so behind the team. Why are you doing emergency streams? After losing 3 games, trust the process. Get behind your manager. Why? Because the going was bad. Now the going is good. Everything's fixed again. No more emergency streams needed now. No more emergency streams. Everything is fixed. And now they're sending for Liverpool. Oh, where was this player? Where was that player? Oh, they're overrating McAllister. They're this. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. You man overrating El Nene and Nketiah. Cool. It is what it is. Jorginho has one good game. All of a sudden, he's the savior. But before that Liverpool game, I didn't hear anyone saying, let's start Jorginho in the midfield. Because one performance, they've done this one performance game analysis with Nketiah. Oh, Nketiah's doing all of this. Call me on the Nokia 3310. Call me. Then he goes missing after signing a contract. Where's he been? This is they continuously do this, bro. They continuously do this. So they're expecting Trossard to keep up. They're expecting Trossard to score us all the. All right, cool, fine. All of a sudden, we don't need everything's fixed. So at the end of the season, if we don't win the league, do not tell me about the squad. Don't tell me about this. Don't tell me nothing. I just want apologies in the apology box.
Fairs. You know, guys, I just want to say women always act tough. You show them one bicep picture and they're here backing the channel. Big up Sunshine in the chat. Big up to Staff who says, get this Marika off my screen. He's toxic and negative. Back your manager. Big up Staff, you fraud. And you know, I'm going to call, see this stuff right here. Fair enough, you have presented a point to actually respond to Northside. But I'll tell you why you're wrong. You are like the same. You're like the people in my fan base who saw 2 wins without Mo Salah and are like, oh my God, we can survive without Mo Salah and we can do this. No, we can't. You want to see the proof? Arsenal game. Go watch how dry and disgusting our front 3 was without our talisman. And I gave you an Arsenal example from years ago, from 5-6 years ago. Remember when Sanchez was out for like a month? And Arsenal like won all their games and shit. People are like, are we better without Alexis Sanchez? And then Sanchez comes back and actually shows like what's what. I can't wait for Mo Salah to genuinely just come back to Liverpool. We're gonna get to Liverpool now in a second, and genuinely just like show us like the value of a player like that. Because KDB's shown his value. World-class players will always rise to the top and deliver you in the big moments when you need it. And for me, look, I think, and I know this might be crazy, but it's just my honest opinion. I think our depth problem is even bigger than Arsenal's. I think Liverpool have a smaller chance of winning the league than Arsenal even. I put Arsenal as second favorite after City, to be honest with you. And I think I'm looking at hold that. What a group stage elimination for Algeria. Anyway, what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, I think with Arsenal, they have a bigger chance of winning because they have less competitions. With us, we've got FA Cup, we've got Europa League. I think Champions League, they'll probably beat Porto, but I think they get knocked down the round after, dependent who they draw, of course. But I think if they get a tougher team, they probably get knocked out. But I think with the title race, I think Arsenal have probably a bigger chance of winning it because their depth point Northside just said applies to us. But because we have, brother, I told you 100 times, stop flexing stuff you don't have, Staffy, please. Because if I give you the amount, you won't be able to super chat it. So please sit on the floor and have some shame. Take pen and paper. Listen, you're obviously in a race with Aston Villa. I'll try get you a Villa fan, and I'll try get you like a Spurs fan to argue with you on a stream. Top 4 special and shit. You get me? This is the big boys talking. Sit on the floor, take pen, take paper, and listen to title race conversations. Anyway, Moving on from Arsenal, let's just go to the Liverpool. Obviously, the last segment of the show. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button and subscribing. 600 people are in the building. Big up to Tony for the super chat. Big up to bro, how do you say his name? Mafio for the super chat. Big up Mafio for the super chats. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to This Is Football if you're yet to do so. You got eliminated by who eliminated you on penalties? I even forgot who eliminated them on penalties. Who eliminated Egypt? It wasn't Cape Verde. Who eliminated them? Anyway, you lost on penalties. Hold that, despite whoever eliminated you. Anyway, so we talk now Liverpool Football Club. I want to get you guys' opinion. DR Congo on penalties. Of course, Nariman news. You get me? Big up Algeria. You get me? Shout out Mauritania. So, Liverpool. Obviously, the guys that watch this channel already know my opinions on Liverpool. Going to get involved with you guys, but I want to get you guys' opinions first, obviously, on our final segment of the show, Liverpool Football Club. Let's go to LB first on this one. What do you make of Liverpool so far this season?
Probably done slightly better than I thought. I always had them in the title race. I thought people that didn't have them in the title race were, a bit naive as to what Liverpool done in the last 7-8 years under Klopp. They've had these dips in the past and they always seem to bounce back. So I had them up there. I had them in the title race. But you've probably done slightly better than I thought, to be fair. Yeah, you've probably done slightly better than I thought. Here's the thing, man. I actually think that, when you talked about your depth, I actually think you have quite a lot of players that are just not good enough, man. Do you know what I mean? I look at someone like Gakpo. I don't think he's good enough for Liverpool. Diaz at the moment, every time I watch him, I just don't get what he does. I don't think he's performing well enough. So yeah, people say we've got 5 attackers. Well, I've just named 2 of them. I think Diaz on his day can be good. I don't rate Gakpo. I do not think he's good enough for Liverpool. But here's the difference between you and Arsenal. You've got Salah. You've got Van Dijk. You've got Alisson. Yeah. Arsenal don't have those type of players, in my opinion. Yeah, Arsenal have got a good team. I think they have got a good team. And I think they're maybe slightly better balanced across the first 11 than you. But you got Salah, man. You got your Alisson and Van Dijk. These guys can win you the league. So yeah, I think again you've got a chance. You need Salah to cook. If he's cooking, you've got a great chance of winning it. Obviously, Alisson as well, Van Dijk. You need these 3 players to have great ends of the year. If they do that, you've got a chance of winning it.
Top Gunners are going to be coming for you, LB. I'm telling you, but you could be in the run. He's gonna be on the run like me, Lee.
Here's the maddest thing on Northside. Whenever I praise Arsenal, these Arsenal fans in the chat just ignore the praise and you just go for you, man. Honestly, man, I can see it. Honestly, I know why Lee's got the rat army because they're like a bunch of rats that just attack anything that you say, slightly negative. They're just on you like bang. I literally just said I think Arsenal got a better 11 in terms of the balance of the team than Liverpool. But because I've said that you don't have an Alisson, Van Dijk, and Salah, they're like, get on in, what are you talking about? Salah's one of the best right wingers this country's seen with his goals consistently. Van Dijk's one of the best centre-backs, again, I've probably seen. Alisson, again, one of the best goalkeepers I've seen. But because you say anything slightly negative, they just go for you straight away. I literally just said, I think you've got a more balanced 11 than them. But you're all right. Because you're so, I don't know why this is. It's because you're so you're so desperate for validation of people that you can't just listen to the balanced views of someone saying you've got a good 11 and I think it's more balanced than Liverpool's. Because as soon as you hear something negative, because you need that validation and you're searching for it, you just go for the cook.
Zero ball knowledge. Zero toxic and negative. Yeah, toxic and negative. That's what it is.
Man.
Bro, even when I started my one, did I not start off saying that I was very impressed with how we performed against West Ham? But anyway, on Liverpool, that's how they are, LB. This is why I get vexed, man. You know what I mean? That's why I look moody on streams because I just start seeing 1-2 guys. Here it goes. But anyway,
Northside, before we go on Liverpool, funny. I actually find this funny. Mindful is saying you're scared of Arsenal. Are you scared of Arsenal, LB? Are you scared of Arsenal?
You want me to say no, don't you? You want me to say no?
I'm just asking you a question.
I want to
Listen,
say
I'm
no,
not
man.
devil's
I want
advocate.
to say.
I'm not Footy Judge Mo. I'm just asking.
No, I
I'm
want to
just
say no just to wind them up. But yes, I am. But again, I said that the
You
other
are
day.
scared of Arsenal.
I'm semi-scared. I think they're a good team. I think they're a good
City
team.
fans on the chat, you have to get Albino.
No. Listen.
City
But
fans.
again, I said that on
City
another
fans, you
stream
have
the
to
other
violate
day.
this ginger guy right
Listen
here. Right here.
to prove my point again. I said that. I said something positive the other day about Arsenal. Apparently, I'm condescending. You cannot win with these guys, man. Honestly, it's unbelievable. It really is.
You can't. I even put a smiley thumbnail for my match reaction saying great win. I'm still negative. Yeah, they'll completely erase that live. I'm negative. It is what it is, man. But with Liverpool, I think you guys against Burnley, bro, defensively, you're very open. Very open. Even for the Burnley goal, you had Endo marking the Burnley player. Why? You know what I mean? He completely missed the ball. Even there was opportunities with the Burnley striker. He should have scored them too. I think it was Fofana. He should have scored. There was times where Van Dijk got caught out as well. I think you're very fortunate in that game, but this is the thing with Liverpool. You got the attackers to carry on and get you through games. I think defensively, I was saying in January, you needed a CDM, in my opinion, and a centre-back and a fullback. That's what I think you guys needed. You didn't attend to that. And now you're going to get games like this where the opposition will get opportunities. And yeah, listen, a lot of times I think your attack saves you guys in that aspect. I know you said, Husam, about the way that you guys play, but that's why I feel like you guys needed another DM. Maybe because Klopp is leaving, they said, you know what, keep the money for the next manager. I don't know what the thought was, but it's going to now leave you guys in a situation where defensively you can get got at. Defensively, there are going to be oppositions will get chances to put you to bed. But you got over it against Burnley. And you ended up getting the goals. But yeah, man, I just think, look, you guys have always been a bit open, but, you know, since you've brought in Endo and McAllister and revamped the midfield, obviously it's been even more apparent to the work that your previous midfield was doing. And you're sent up, even Van Dijk at times is getting, I think Van Dijk has been good this season, but at times even he's getting, you know, looking a bit shaky without that support. So yeah, man, listen, you did what you had to do, but this is why I don't put you as favorites. You didn't strengthen in the areas that I would have, if you did go out there and get the players, if you did go get a CDM, if you did go get a centre back and a fullback, I would be more inclined to be like, yeah, you know what, potentially they could win the league. But because you didn't, I keep the same energy with my club. This is the part of the reason why I don't think that you'll win the league.
Can I just quickly come in there, Husam, just before you go again? Just because I want to add something on, and then obviously you can mention. Yeah, I think Arsenal and Liverpool are very close in terms of where they're going to be, and I've flip flopped a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't get embarrassed by that. You know what I mean? My opinion, my opinion changes as the season goes on, and as stuff changes. Like 1 minute I'm saying Arsenal could finish second, next minute I'm saying Liverpool could finish second. I've always had City as favourites, as you'll know. But yeah, like I say, for me, Northside's right on Van Dijk. There have been a couple of mistakes here and there, but ultimately, now we're in the business end of the season. Do you back Van Dijk? Do you back Alisson? Do you back Salah to perform and not make those mistakes? Yes, I do. And that's probably why I have you slightly above Arsenal, even though I think that they've maybe got like a slightly more balanced 11. And I've got to say, this again comes all the way back to the transfer window. You guys, when you signed McAllister and Szoboszlai in the first month or whatever it was of the transfer window, I was like, oh damn, these guys are serious. And then it went a little bit quiet. Yeah, you ended up with Endo, who, by the way, has done, again, a better job than anyone probably would have ever have imagined. But I think if you don't win the league, I think you might, and this will be the frustrating point for you probably, bro, is that you probably was only one player away from winning the league, in my view. And now again, you can still win the league, but if you don't win the league, I would imagine that you might be sitting there at the end of the season saying, if only we would just sign one more. There you go.
No, I see what you're saying, and look, for me, look at this Tyler Jones. You are such a fraud, brother. Relax. Valentine's Day as well. Calm down. So with Liverpool, I actually think I hear both of what you guys are saying, and I completely agree with everything you guys said. But there's one key thing why I think Liverpool want to win the league, and that's health. Now, if we exist in an ideal world, guys, where no one gets injured, because we know that that's not football. Welcome to this football. But you know that's not football. You get me? In football, people get injured. Who would have known? Shock horror. Breaking news: players get injuries. Now, already Trent is out. According to the rumors, apparently he's going to be out like a month or a month and a half or something. People think a young right back in Conor Bradley could do consistent performances for like a month and a half, or till the end of the season or whatever. Look, youngsters by definition, look at Chelsea. Youngsters are inconsistent. By definition, you're a youngster, you're going to be inconsistent. You're not going to play at a 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 level every week. The reason why I think Liverpool won't win the league is health. I think obviously we're going too strong in the Europa League. We're going strong in the FA Cup. We obviously have a Carabao Cup final upcoming this month as well. So Liverpool Football Club are taking every single competition seriously. The problem is we don't have the depth for it. And we saw with Kwanzaa this weekend. And this is the argument I always make on my Husam X Tom Little show. I trust Kwanzaa against Burnley. I'm sure Northside wouldn't be shitting himself if Kuwior played against Burnley or Sheffield. But that's not the point, because you don't play Burnley or Sheffield every week. We're talking even the mid-table clubs. It's a scarier aspect, like a Brighton or like a West Ham or like these teams. These teams are the ones that worry you when you come up with these lesser players. Quality in depth is our problem, and having actually as well a little bit numbers. I think the one place we're stacked up is in midfield. Now, the one thing I'll say to what LB just said, Van Dijk, Salah, and Alisson, and Trent even, I know that these four will perform because they're always there. Like, I'll say something right now. If we do beat City, I bet you Salah's going to be involved in every single goal or score the winner. Like, he's always there. Like, LB has seen enough times where, like, we were crap last season. Salah scored the winner 1-0 against Man City. And even at the Etihad, when we lost 4-1, he scored the goal. Like, bro, players, when we need them to step up, world-class players are always there. That's why people in my fan base as well go like, oh, we can do without this guy. We can do without that guy. No, we can't. This is the problem that you guys don't get. You just don't understand it. Until you see them gone for a longer period of time, you understand what it means to have an Alisson, to have a Van Dijk, to have a Trent, to have a Mo Salah. These are the four players out there that are must-have for Liverpool Football Club. And I think depth and health are going to be key, to be fair, for all three teams. Because God forbid, obviously, I would never wish injury on anyone, but God forbid tomorrow KDB and Rodri are out at the end of the season. Obviously, City are going to find it more difficult. But I still think, because of their quality in depth, they could still beat out Liverpool and Arsenal. This is the difference between all our three clubs. Because for me, four of these injuries, four of these players, any of them get out, we are affected negatively. We see that with Trent out, with the creativity, it's just going to be a massive problem. And by the way, we saw that in the Arsenal game. As soon as Trent came off, all creativity just got destroyed, because he's like our main creative machine in that team, to be honest with you, even from right back, even from inverted. So in terms of the Burnley game, I actually didn't watch it. You get me? Because we were there when we got robbed. But look, watching the highlights, the one thing I think Liverpool have over Arsenal is not just these four players. I think we score goals in multiple different ways. I think the one thing about us is we can score goals differently. The 3 goals that we scored were all 3 headers from the 3 forwards. Now, I don't think, like, our locker has more different types of goals in it. Trent screamer, header, defender, shit like that. Like, we can score different types of goals. Like, when we came back against Fulham, Endo scored a banger. Like, we have that like knack for goal scoring, and I think that's because we play our own style of play, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's what I'll say on Liverpool. Anything else you guys want to say on Liverpool?
No, I think this weekend is a big game. Brentford away can be difficult. On another day, Burnley could have got something out of that game. Fofana just didn't know what he was doing. But yeah, like I say, I mean, Klopp.
So you can say Fofana should have scored and Burnley could have got something, but when I say the Copenhagen guy should have scored, you get mad. There you are. Point proven. Mr. Lewis.
Fofana had 2 1v1 chances that he missed.
There you are. So you're just talking about the chance. How many players have missed? You won the league because Ollie Watkins couldn't score a 1-on-1.
Why are you?
You want to go down that road? You want to open up old wounds? I'm ready, brother. I'm ready. I'm obsessed with your club. I can remember all the
I can see that, bro. You're very emotional.
I remember.
Very, very emotional.
What's your beef with City? Like, why'd you hate them so much? Because you
I
got a
hate-
certain
Why?
energy for City, you don't have for Arsenal.
It's because we've ruined their best Premier League era ever.
You know, Northside, me and you had this conversation yesterday. When you're a big club, I don't have to force rivalry. Why should I act as a Liverpool fan that Arsenal is my rival? For what? I already hate Man United as is. I already hate Everton as is. I already can't stand Chelsea and want them to liquidate. That's a rival because of the Benitez Mourinho wars. And I hate City. Those 4 clubs right there I hate. Why should I add a 5th club?
Yeah,
You know, my heart
you
can't
can't have
divide
you don't have the
into 5, like,
capacity to
hate
hate
everyone.
another one, bro.
You know? I have
You
no
don't have
reason
the
to hate
capacity.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
And by the way, most of my life, and Northside will even agree, even his entire life, bro. Whenever Arsenal have been good, Liverpool have been crap, and whenever Liverpool have been good, Arsenal have been crap. It's actually this is the first time where we both have been good in the same year, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
in
man.
like a long time. So yeah, I'm not gonna force a rivalry, brother. Listen, fuck Man United and fuck Ollie Watkins as well. Could even score 3 tap-ins against Man United, missed them all. Useless, most overrated striker in the whole league. Nunez is better than you, Ollie Watkins. Just would like to put that out there. Anyway, on that note, fuck Ollie Watkins. You get me? Big up to big up to Mafio. Big up to Tony for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Listen, there are 600 people in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Everyone, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Big up to you guys. We hit 26.2K on the stream. So I appreciate you guys' love. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing. I don't know which watch along LB decided to do for the Champions League tonight. I'm doing Lazio and Bayern. If he's
I'm
going to
also
do
doing
PSG Sociedad, you get me. Open one in each tab. You get me. Big up LB. So guys, both channels are in the description. You bunch of frauds. You are the biggest lazy bastards I've seen my whole life. In the chat, right in the description, all you have to do is more, and then you see Northside LDN, subscribe. You see it's LB, subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. It's a one button. You won't even have to go away from this video. Literally, just hit see more on this description. See right here. See, I'll show you how I'm subscribed to both. See, I didn't even click anything. Subscribed already. Northside LDN, boom. See, it's LB, subscribed already. Even though he don't put up my comments, the fraud. But yeah, so I'm subscribed to both channels. Go and subscribe to It's LB. Subscribe to More LB as well, where he's a lot more nicer on that channel. You get me? Subscribe to More LB. Subscribe to Northside's channel. Big up to you both for joining us. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. We're going to be redirecting to that fraud, Mr. Devil's Advocate, Footy Judge Mo. Go in his chat right now and spam Husam TV because we're taking over that shit right now. Everyone in the chat right now, go spam Husam TV. Let that Devil's Advocate fraud feel it in his soul. We all taking over right now. Husam TV on that fraud chat right here, right now. Big up Northside, absolutely incredible. Big up to you guys, LB as well, absolutely incredible. Unbelievable show. Like, subscribe, share, and let's go raid Footy Judge Mo's channel. Yalla, peace out, Habibis.